I want to start by addressing the obvious in that picture. No, not my magnificent haircut, but the man beside me, Lech Wałęsa, Polish freedom fighter, activist, former president, and national hero. A few years ago, I had the privilege of interviewing him and confronted with the question what he would advise a younger generation like mine. He said that every generation has its own distinct problem to solve. Yours must find its own. Now, 12-year-old me couldn't really grasp what he meant, but writing this TED Talk, I thought back to that conversation. I was struck by the question, what is Gen Z's problem to solve? What problem do I need to help solve? What problem do I want to address in this very talk? Is it the looming threat of climate change? Is it the failing structure of the education system? Is it the deepening divide in the political landscape? Or is it the consistent struggle against gender and race inequality? I think it's none of these things. I think my generation's problem lies with how we react in the face of these mammoth problems. We dismiss them. It's not that we don't care. In fact, we're drowning in care. As the most informed and well-connected generation ever, we're hyper-aware of the things around us. But standing at the foot of that mountain, we freeze, stagnate. This is not indifference, but frankly, apathy. This apathy causes political disengagement, increased mental health risk, and it lowers community participation. Youth voting in the UK, US, and Germany lies at only 50%. That means half of young voices aren't even being raised. It's a paradox. We live in this constant state of awareness, but we suffer under its weight, under the feeling of powerlessness in the face of myriad problems. It's like being asked to empty an ocean with a singular cup. Why even bother? And so we fall into apathy. We scroll past injustice, not because we don't care, but because we don't know where to start. We are aware, but feel powerless. And here's the real danger. When we mistake that awareness for action, apathy creeps in. Awareness tricks us into thinking we've achieved something. It gives us an excuse to become apathetic. I'm sure you've all experienced something like this. You spend hours looking for the perfect training plan. You feel like you've really achieved something. You're finally gonna hit those fitness goals, just to never lace up your running shoes. I'm a master at this, and so is Gen Z. A survey found that over 2/3 of Gen Z engage in digital, social media activism. But when it comes to real-world, tangible steps, the numbers plummet. A UCLA paper confirms less than 15% of students engage in real-world activism. Less than 15% have attended a protest. Even fewer regularly volunteer for causes they care about. We'd rather repost a Save Gaza slogan than educate ourselves on the root of the conflict. We'd rather echo someone else's opinion than make our own. I'm not saying by any means that social media is the root of this problem. It can be a catalyst for real change, but more often than not, it's used as an arena for performative activism, a way to check it off our to-do lists, a guilt erasure. And let's be honest, can we really blame ourselves for that? We're overwhelmed by a constant stream of information. From Israel, Ukraine, or Donald Trump's latest temper tantrum. We feel insignificant. Of course we do, but I argue that insignificance is a lie we tell ourselves. Lech Wałęsa, Mother Teresa, Mahatma Gandhi, Rosa Parks. History's never been shaped by those who had all the answers or did everything all at once. It's been shaped by these people, by people who took their cup and started emptying the ocean. Change isn't about grand gestures. There's no easy way out, no quick solution. Change is about all of us. Change starts with you. It's about recognizing that even the smallest actions can ripple out and make a difference. Because a first step, regardless of how small it might be, will take you infinitely further than no steps at all. So, as we come to the end of this evening, you all might be wondering, what is your first step? I say, start in the communities around you. Instead of trying to fix political polarization, speak to someone with differing opinions and try to find a common ground. Instead of lamenting about the imminent danger of climate change, clean up your local beach. Fridays for Future and Black Lives Matter, these initiatives have shown us that change starts with real-world, tangible steps. It starts with us all. And let's rethink how we use social media. Let's make it a space where not apathy grows, but action begins. What if we could take action upon the awareness we gain, volunteer, donate, educate ourselves and others beyond a 10-second clip? Use social media not as an outlet for grievances, but as a launch pad for ideas. And finally, I urge you to embrace imperfection. Too often in our lives, we fear saying the wrong things or doing too little, and so we do nothing at all. Our actions don't have to be big, bold, and flawless. But we must refuse to stand still. Change isn't perfect. It's messy and full of trial and error. That's what my generation must learn. I started this talk with a quote, that every generation has its distinct problem to solve. Perhaps, after all we've heard today about our education system, about how we deal with grief or fear, about gender equality, about stepping out of your comfort zone, perhaps my generation's problem is learning how to fight it all. So I urge you in that fight, be more like Lech Wałęsa. Don't just identify a problem, fight it, step into it, because in the end, our actions will always outweigh our words, even if it's just one tiny step at a time. Thank you.